Well, the other thing that will definitely be a challenge is getting down to that 53-man roster. Next Tuesday by 4 o'clock, NFL teams have to be down to the 53-man roster. So the composition of the roster is kind of fluid with all the versatility. Kevin Stefanski talked about just how they think about that and how difficult it's going to be.
Yeah, we talk about it a lot. We spend a lot of time staring at that depth chart, and it's ultimately Andrew's decision, and he has some tough decisions to make. But he does a great job of asking really good questions of myself, of the coaches. So it's certainly a process, but got so another week here of evaluations before those decisions have to be made.
Does it feel like a decent amount of flexibility, though, whether or not it's 3 or 4 tight ends or 3 or 4 running backs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think Andrew wants to, you want to put together the best 53, and that's his goal. And I think that we're working hard to make sure we do that.
So, Mary Kay, there's going to be a lot of tough decisions. What areas do you think are the toughest decisions, the ones that Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski are staying up late trying to figure out and think through?
Well, I actually don't think that there will be too many really super tough decisions because most of the guys that you want to keep, I think you'll be able to find a way to keep them somehow. Whether you end up trying to put them back on the practice squad or a couple guys will end up on IR. Now you can be a little bit more creative with the short-term IR because you can designate guys to return. So once you get that 53 set, you can start putting guys on IR for a few weeks, and that enables you to keep other guys around for a while. So I don't think there will be too many shocks or surprises. I think some of the areas that we've already talked about will be some of those, back end of the roster linebackers. There are guys like, Elijah Lee and Willie Harvey and some of those guys. One area that I think it could be a little challenging would be at defensive tackle. There are a lot of defensive tackles on this team that are good and intriguing and that they're going to want to keep. Marvin Wilson, Malik McDowell, Tommy Togiai are some of the backups that are really, really good. Will they be able to keep all of them? That remains to be seen. I think so. I think they want to keep all of those guys, but I do think that it could get a little tricky in some cases. Receiver, once again, they're probably not going to be able to keep both Kadero Hodge and JoJo Natson. Does one of them make it? Do both of them make it? Do they make it because they can play special teams? But just in terms of guys that we think that, we know are going to make the team, I don't think we're going to be shocked and somebody that you expected to start or be a backup or a key contributor is going to be cut by Tuesday.